I wasn't going to do this podcast and start going mad at Katie until Katie started going mad about me and everyone else. You calling me and Ella B fake? You came in with a boyfriend. Bro, what are you doing?
Hi guys, it's Jodie here from ODE, back with another Love Island chat for you. Now I know the series is over, but the drama, let's be honest, is not. So today I've pulled the man, the myth, the legend that is Messy Mitch for a chat. Mitch, I've been so looking forward to this.
Have you?
How the devil are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm so good. I'm so happy to be here, of course.
Oh, and not hungover?
Yeah. Maybe a bit, but it's just my age that I think a couple of rosés literally hit me like a train.
I never saw you out and about last night then. Did you behave?
I did. So I went straight from, me and Ella went straight from the reunion, straight home, ordered food, to bed, then up, and I've had a busy day. I'm jealous. I wish I went out. Everyone were out but me. And
I know.
Me, Zach, Molly, and Ella went home.
Did you?
I think so, yeah. Everyone went out.
Is that just because you knew you were doing this today with me?
Yeah.
You thought I can't be hungover for Jodie?
Exactly. That's literally it. Took the words out of my mouth.
And how was things after the union between you and Ella? Was everything okay?
Me and Ella are fine.
Right.
We've got absolutely no problems. Obviously, Abby had some things to say in that, but I think we're in a good place right now, and comments like that aren't going to faze me.
How did you feel about the being gaslit by a gas engineer comment then?
Yeah, I'm impressed. I am.
That's quite good to be fair.
It's very good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's stupidly rehearsed. Like, should have rehearsed that all day, but to the point where if you can get me just without a response, then it's a good comment.
It's
like,
actually
that
good.
Yeah, 100%. I loved it. I even said to Abby after that we stopped filming, I went, that was really good, that. And you know what? I'm humble enough to know, like, I'm normally like the king of banter, but when Abby said that, I thought, I'll humbly bow out to this. I can't compete with that. I'll let you have that comment for sure.
People have been saying she's been learning the one-liners from Scott.
Scott hasn't got one-liners. Scott's one-liners have been shown. Mine haven't. So Scott's got the limelight on that, so.
Did you notice that they put you behind Scott as well? Do you think that was on purpose to wind you up?
I just thought, fine. As long as I'm in the camera, I don't mind. Don't care if I'm in Scott's shadow. That'll be the first time.
Right, so what would you have wanted to say then at the reunion if you got the chance to say your piece?
Obviously, absolutely nothing towards Abby. Like, I haven't got any problems towards her. I try and be as respectful to Abby as I can, but it literally solely just be with Katie. Like, bro, what are you doing? She must be the first Islander to come off, and this is coming from Messy Mitch, come off and then just go on 10 different podcasts and mince everyone. And to the point where it's like, you calling me and Ella B fake, you came in with a boyfriend. You have a boyfriend to this day. You know what I mean? And I've been told by the other girls, I'm not going to name names because I'll just take all of this. You had your boyfriend's bracelet they give you on. Your boyfriend was at your house whilst you were there, and you're calling me fake. I got called fake by Katie when Katie was doing the most. Like, I am known as Messy Mitch. I should be doing what Katie's doing. And all I'm doing right now is retaliating. I wasn't going to come out on smoke and say anything about anyone. Like, even like Uzi's my boy. He was sat in these podcasts, and I know for a fact he didn't want to be there. He just thought, I'm just here and I've got to do it. And like, you're saying to Zach, like, 15 minutes of fame, bro, you had to come back on another season because you was becoming irrelevant. So don't come at Zach for that because you sound like a donut, basically.
When Zach said what he said to Katie, were you desperate to be like, let me in?
I was thinking, put the cameras on me now, I want to jump in. Like, the thing is, Zach's so chill and so smart. He said, he said the tiniest bit that was so good. Like, he looked at me, we both like nodded and winked to each other, like, yeah, you did good. Like, I don't know how Katie's doing it. I don't know what. Thing is, I really like Katie, and we were at the Love Island final event, and she grabbed me and went, Mitch, you're my favourite character, I love you to bits, that's the other. And I'm like, looking, you're calling me fake, calling me a super fan, and it's like, if you was to take accountability for your actions, or yeah, did this, whatever, then fair enough, but you're being fake to my face and everyone else, like off camera, so nice, and on camera, it's like, are you putting an act on to get your 15 minutes of fame? I wasn't going to do this podcast and start going mad at Katie until Katie started going mad about me and everyone else, and that's when I thought, right, I'll respond, because I'm not going to just pull it out of thin air. I can't fathom why she'd do it. Like, I can't figure out why she'd do it. Like, I am Messy Mitch, and I am not doing that. So why are you doing it? So you calling everyone fake and doing it for screen time and trying to relevancy, you're literally contradicting yourself because you're doing all these. I'll never understand it because me and Katie got on so well. We generally did. This is what sucks for me. So obviously, some of the things, don't get me wrong, some of the things which I'll not mention, Katie have said in these podcasts over the time are correct and do make sense. That aren't about me. Like, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I understand that. Like, I do agree with some of the things. But still, like, why just... No, I don't think anyone's ever done this. I don't think after a series they've come out and just started opening up about all the secrets. So obviously that's why I dropped my 2 pence in to be like, I've got stuff on you, Katie. Stop doing this. You know what I mean? And then she was saying things like, I'm a super fan. Obviously, no offense to Love Island, but I didn't watch it ever. I flew out for the winter one, and whilst they were out there, they were asking me for my top 3. I had to ask my sister because I generally didn't. I was in the winter. I'm too busy anyway because I'm working, so I don't have time to watch it. So when I had to initially ask for my top 3, and the only one I did watch was obviously the winter one because I was going on, and Tommy and Molly's season. That's the one I did watch, and then calling me a super fan was just mental.
Because apparently you've studied it. You've studied every series.
Apparently, I'm an expert at this, but no, I'm not.
Did you speak to her at the reunion then?
No.
Was it no? Okay.
Not all. I think what Zach said was, I'm pretty happy with what Zach said. I think Katie's just upset that Zach chose Molly, not Katie. I think Uzi deserves better. I just do. Like, the thing is, I wouldn't have said anything like this before Katie started throwing shade on everyone, and I speak for everyone and myself. It's like, Uzi's stunning.
Yeah.
He deserves the world. He is like, I've got bad traits. He's got none.
Yeah.
He's just really nice, really sounded. It's like really genuine. It's like, I don't see it'll last.
Okay.
Some people could say that their relationship's fake.
Let me just take a minute to sip my coffee. And guys, I will just say that I do drink coffee out of straw because I have composite bonding, so don't judge me. Right. I've had a breather. Why do you think anyone would think that your feelings towards Ella B are fake and vice versa?
Probably because how badly I handled the Ella and the Abby situation.
Right.
Head was scrambled. It took me so long to get clarity. And, I mean, Ella was at mine the whole weekend in Sheffield. I'm at Ella's all this week. We are taking things slow. It is a completely different world out here. And right now, things are going well. So, it's not fake. I probably don't deserve her, I'll be honest.
Aww. And I think there was some questions over the fact that you're not Ella B's usual type, apparently. Did you see that?
Doesn't bother me. I've got to be. I've got to be. I think this was just Katie potentially stirring the pot again. Ella got to take me on a date and had history with Ty. Ty might be one of the best looking men in the world. Like, I don't blame her for getting to know Ty. Like, but I think they just round it down to Ella's type is a light skinned guy, not a northern bloke from Sheffield. You know what I mean? So I just thought, no, that's fine.
And before Ella B came in, things with you and Abby seemed to be going really, really well. Yeah. And it was the first time in a bit of time in the villa that we'd seen you.
I know. I would all inclusive for about a month.
Quite right. It was the first time we'd seen you kind of, you know, with a romance that was developing. But then it changed. So when do you think it changed? Like, when was the point where you were like, actually, I don't know who I like more?
So obviously, I went on that date with Ella. And the date did go very well. But I did come back and I was still Abby.
Right.
I came back, I gave Abby a kiss, give her a cuddle, and I said, don't worry about it, it's all good. And then I found out for the boys, she was at the gym, she was at the pool with him and stuff like that. I'm thinking, hang on, am I being mugged off here? Abby just moved mad that night, obviously. And fair enough, like, emotions are high. You live in a villa with people, you can't escape. So obviously when you feel sad, you will show it. And all that day and all that night, Abby was crying and being upset and being protective and stuff, and it put me back a bit. And I was like, hang on, we've been coupled up for a week and a half or so, like, calm it down a bit. And that pushed me on to Ella B.
Right.
And then this is mental, this storyline, because I actually lived it. I can't believe I'm having to say it. And then the recoupling, I was going to pick Abby.
All right.
Seriously, I was going to pick Abby. I winked at Abby and went, yeah, I'm going to pick you because I thought I had the power.
Right.
Okay. What is wrong with me, by the way? And then after that, she basically, a whole recoupling up speech was about me, not Scott, which was brilliant. I think it was more the fact that I was going to pick her, then Ella B picked me, and I loved that, the fact that Ella B picked me, and I'm comparing 2 days with Ella B to 2 strong weeks with Abby, and that's what was messing my head up. And I felt like in there, you have no time. You've got to make your mind up. It's not Abby. It's just I wanted to like get what I couldn't have at the time, and I realised I don't actually want that. So Messy Mitch obviously came along, and then after that, the next day with the Snog Marry Pie, Snog Marry Mitch more or less because I got all the pies.
Oh.
I was making my decision that day, but I didn't have time to tell Ella B. And thankfully, there was a snippet of me talking to Katie and Uzi saying that it's Ella B.
Right.
So I was going to cut things off with Abby and Ella, but we woke up, had lunch, and went straight to the challenge. I had no time at all. So I just stood there and went, right, I even went to lads and went, this is going to be mental.
So is that why Snog Marry Pie was so messy for you?
Yeah, because I had clarity that day and I was like, I want to sort it all. And
Did you have to sort it on that challenge though, Mitch? I mean, come on, the pie.
I just got battered. Absolutely battered.
And apparently Abby said that you said to her that if she cut things off with Scott, you were going to make it exclusive. Is this true? No?
No. And I remember seeing that saying it didn't get filmed because it wasn't real.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'm certain. And you know what? I'm very good at owning up to things I remember. But I don't remember that, so I can't own up to it. So I think I remember having a chat with her just saying, if you wasn't to get Scott involved, we would have been exclusive.
Right.
But you've got Scott involved, not if you cut things off with Scott. I'm not putting you in a dilemma. I've done that once in the series. I'm not doing that again. And yeah, I just think like the fact that I gave her opportunities with Scott, and then when it came over to I wanted to get to know Ella B, Abby couldn't give me the energy I gave her type of thing, which wasn't fair. But I think that got shadowed off because of how I acted between them two.
Well, let's roll the tapes on some things. The fake comment. Obviously, you don't remember saying that, but there must have been a reason for you to say that you felt that Ella B was fake. What was the reason behind that?
So obviously you don't see. Obviously it got edited out, but a lot of it is I chat with the boys, just asking him. Ty will reassure us like, Mitch, just go to sleep. I know you like it, this, or the other. And then some of the other boys were like, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe not, stuff like that. And it all stemmed back from Rita Ora's VIP party. I was stood there and I was prepared to go. And at the time I was thinking, you've come in for me, you took me on a date, you got me, if we're going, we're going. And that happened at the VIP party. And she was very nervous, she didn't want to go, this, that, I'm thinking, hey, did you just pick me because I survived for 2 or 3 weeks on my own? I'm clearly the safest option. Elle at the time was panicking, but I think it's just because it's an intense situation that Ella's not used to yet, and I've been through like 7 weeks of it before. So obviously after that, I just thought, nah, this isn't. And I was starting to clutch on straws that weren't even there.
Right. Let's talk about the grafties. What was going on, and why did you not just sit down, Mitch? You were standing up for so long, and we were all screaming, "Sit down!"
I wanted to sit down. I remember like we're watching it now, thinking at the same time this is real, but it's reality, and no one was reacting. And I think when me and Ty clocked on, Ty were like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say what I want to say." And obviously, when I stood up there, it was still dead quiet. I'm thinking this is going to be from my opinion, this is going to be a crap episode. So I stood up there and. Obviously, I said what I need to say, and then Scott obviously called me a knobhead.
Yeah.
I love Scott to bits, by the way, and I just thought, don't call me a knobhead in front of all my friends and millions of people at home, and I'll respond. And how the edit looked is Scott won.
No.
He generally didn't.
I love how that's all you're bothered about. It looked like Scott won, but actually...
He generally didn't. Like, obviously, how it's been edited, I like, absolutely, and he said that, and I was like, you said this, that, the other, and then after that, me and Scott just shook hands and we got over it.
Yeah, let's bring up Scott and Catherine, because that was a major moment at the reunion. People have never seen people ship a relationship so hard. People really want to see them together. Do you feel like their connection was sabotaged?
Yeah. So I think, you know, like passing comments you see in the bedroom and getting ready, some of the lads will grab onto it, like the fake comment.
Yeah.
Didn't get grabbed onto it. The whole episode were about it. Brilliant. Like, I think Scott will say something in passing as banter, and in defence of Scott, like, he'll say something, banter, yeah, joke, this, other. Some of the lads, including me, will grab onto go, no, that's not right.
Right.
And that's why we started thinking he's playing a game and he's playing Catherine. And yeah, I mean, like, obviously, iconically brought everyone around the fire pit, started going in. I just sat there and thought, I'm not even getting involved in this. I kept my mouth shut for that one. I thought, not interested. Obviously, he said that comment about when Cassie comes along, I'll forget about Catherine. That looked worse than it actually was.
Right.
He said that and he joked. He was like, yeah, joking, all that stuff. And he didn't actually put that much energy into the girls there. Catherine came back and Obviously, Catherine got a lot of hate, I've heard, coming out, which is mental, because them two had an argument and then they were sound. And I love Catherine to bits. I get on with her so well.
And at the reunion, obviously, the chemistry between them was wild. It was a mad moment in the studio. I don't know if you saw them much after it. Do you think there's any hope? People are really like asking me to ask everyone to see if there's any hope for them, because people really want it, Mitch.
Honestly, even if I did know, I wouldn't say.
Mitch, I thought we had an understanding.
You thought wrong.
I love how you're being messy with me now.
I know. Listen, I know. Like I broke lads code. I've done this, that, the other. But if there's big things I know about my mates,
that's actually quite sweet.
I'm not, and like I know stuff about Scott. I know stuff about the boys, and it's not for me to say.
Okay.
And the Catherine situation, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And also, I think let's everyone just take the pressure off a little bit.
Yeah, for God's sake, please, because I was putting pressure on him week 2 and 3 or whatever it was, and them two, and like, you know, watching it back, them two did have a lot of PDA and they did really get on quite well, and I feel like, damn, I saw it from the viewer's point of view, I might have changed my mind, but
the chemistry's off the wall. It's undeniable. Like, you feel it through the skin. Like, I felt giddy last night watching them.
Oh yeah, they were. Ruchi put something on TikTok or something, I think.
They're cuddling. Right, enough. Like, leave it, everyone. Just leave them alone. Like,
leave them alone,
please.
Leave
them alone. Leave them
Let
alone.
Scott be happy for once.
So when you saw your best bits looking back, do you think, oh, I was so messy? Or are you just like, oh, do you know what? That was just me. At least I was true to myself.
Yeah, that one. I think I was messy, but at the same time, I think I brought a lot of entertainment. And the only thing I regret is how badly I handled the Abby and Ella. The rest of it, no.
Well, listen, thank you so much. Honestly, you've brought so much messiness to this series, but we've loved watching you. Thank you so much for coming in. You've been a joy.
Thank you.